Hey there, let's have a real talk about something that drives so many of us nuts. You've gone low carb, you've ditched the sugar, and you haven't so much as sniffed a slice of bread in weeks. You feel like you're doing everything right, and yet your body keeps dipping out of ketosis. The ketone levels drop, the cravings creep back in, and you're left wondering, what the heck am I missing? Here's the thing. Whether you're just starting a low carb lifestyle, deep into the keto diet, or even exploring the carnivore approach, the science of fat burning and staying in ketosis applies to all of us. This isn't just a keto thing, it's a metabolic thing. And today I'm walking you through exactly why you might be getting kicked out of ketosis even when you're technically on track, and what you can do to finally stay there long enough to feel the magic. Spoiler alert, it's not just about counting carbs. So let's visit Ketosis 101 and why it's a game changer. We'll quickly revisit what ketosis actually is. It's a metabolic state where your body shifts from using glucose, carbs and sugar, for fuel and instead starts running on fat. This fat gets converted into ketones, which are an incredibly efficient source of fuel for your brain, muscles, and your metabolism. When you're truly in ketosis, your energy stabilizes, your brain gets clearer, your mood improves, your cravings drop, and fat loss becomes more natural, not forced. But the key word here is truly. You can be eating low carb and still not be in ketosis. You can even be eating zero carbs, hello carnivore crew out there, and still getting knocked out of ketosis if something else is out of balance. That's why this conversation is so important for anyone on a low carb, ketogenics, ketovore, or carnivore diet. Because once you understand how the body actually gets into and stays in ketosis, you stop wasting time and you start making real progress. I can't tell you how many women that I have coached who swear they're doing keto but feel exhausted, irritable, and stuck. And when we test their ketone levels, nothing, no measurable ketones. So before we dig into why, let's make sure we're not just guessing. Use a urine strip if you're just getting started out, but don't rely on that long term. Blood ketone meters are the gold standard, especially if you want to see how your diet, stress levels, sleep, and even workouts are impacting your metabolic state. And if you're someone who loves gadgets, breath ketone analyzers are a fine tool, but blood meters are the most accurate. In the beginning, I used and recommended to my clients the Keto Mojo meter, but there are lots of them out there to choose from. I like this one because you can connect it to an app on your phone for easy tracking, and I'm kind of a geek like that. I'll add the link in the description if you want to check it out. But remember, ketosis isn't a badge of honor. It's a tool, and we want to use that tool correctly so that we can tap into fat burning, reducing inflammation, balancing hormones, and support our long-term metabolic health. Next, let's troubleshoot the top reasons that you're likely getting knocked out of ketosis even when your carbs are very low, maybe even zero. Number one, sneaky carbs are everywhere. Even keto products like protein bars, shakes, or dressings can hide enough carbs to derail you. That gum you're chewing, that tablespoon of ketchup, that zero carb creamer that somehow tastes like cake batter? Yeah, read the ingredients, not just the label. Sugar alcohols, fibers, and hidden starches add up quickly and can spike your blood sugar. So what does that look like in terms of macros? If you're ketogenic, I suggest limiting total carbs to 15 to 30 grams or 5 to 10% of your daily calories if you count them. The exact carb limit can vary based on factors like your adaptation to keto, exercise levels, stress, and protein intake. You can also consider counting net carbs, which is total carbs minus fiber, as fiber doesn't usually get fully digested. Again, this will depend on what your dietary approach is. If you experience symptoms like increased hunger, weight gain, or cravings, it could indicate that you're no longer in ketosis. Number 2, too much protein. It's a glucose factory. A lot of women, especially on the carnivore diet, are eating loads of protein thinking that they're safe because there's no carbs. But too much protein, especially without enough fat, can be converted into glucose in the body. This process is called gluconeogenesis, and it is your body's backup plan for energy, and it can absolutely boot you out of ketosis. You need to strike the right balance. Enough protein to maintain muscle and health, but not so much that your body says, great, I'll just turn this into sugar. Number 3, chronic stress is sabotaging your ketone levels. Stress isn't just emotional, it's hormonal. When your stress is high, your cortisol levels are high. Cortisol increases blood glucose to prep your body for that fight or flight mode. But in modern life, that fight looks more like inbox overload, lack of boundaries, and 4 hours of sleep. The results? Elevated blood sugar, even without carbs. Number 4, poor sleep is a metabolic disaster. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. During sleep, your body regulates insulin, resets hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin, and supports detox pathways. When you're skimping on sleep, quality sleep, your body perceives it as stress and your blood sugar rises as a result. Add that to even a trace of carbs or elevated protein, and you're out of ketosis before breakfast. Number 5, inflammation throws everything off. Whether it's from gut issues, overtraining, food intolerances, or chronic illness, inflammation is a big reason that people can't stay in ketosis. Inflammation equals stress in the body, and stress leads to, you guessed it, higher blood glucose. Number 6, alcohol and ketosis don't mix very well. Even a glass of dry wine can pause ketone production. Your liver is responsible for producing ketones. When it has to detox alcohol first, it puts ketosis on the back burner. You might feel fine, but the effects on your metabolism can last for a day or two depending on your body's tolerance and its speed for recovery. So what do we do about it? What actually works? And what are some real fixes for real women? First and foremost, track smart. That means not just eyeballing your macros, but using a food tracker to see exactly how much fat, protein, and carbs you're getting, especially in the beginning. You want to shoot for that sweet spot, usually around 70 to 80% fat, 20 to 25% protein, 5 to 10% carbs, but it does vary depending on your lifestyle, health goals, and whether you're keto, low carb, or carnivore. I love and recommend the Chronometer app. I've used it for more than 15 years. The app is totally straightforward and simple, and I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out. Second, lean into fat. A lot of people, especially women who transition from standard American diet to keto or carnivore, forget that they need to replace the calories from the carbs they're not getting anymore with fat. Fat is your fuel now, so don't skimp. Add avocado oil, coconut oil. They work great if you're in keto, and ghee, grass-fed butter, and fatty cuts of meat, think ribeyes, and even tallow if you're carnivore inclined. You'll also love butter bites. I'll link a video at the end so that you can learn more about these little fat bombs that taste like toffee without any sweeteners. They're my fave. Or just eat butter right off the stick if that's what you prefer. Third, focus on lifestyle as much as food. You cannot out-eat chronic stress or sleepless nights. Walk daily, stretch, journal, meditate, laugh, get out in the sunshine. These things seem very basic, but they are powerful metabolic tools. They lower cortisol, stable blood sugar, and make your body feel safe enough to burn fat efficiently. Fourth, mind your minerals. Electrolytes matter so much more on low carb or a ketogenic diet, even carnivore, than most people realize. When you drop your carbs, you drop water. And with that goes sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Without these, you can feel tired, dizzy, have muscle cramps, and even slow down your fat burning ability. Salt your food generously, drink bone broth, and supplement if you need it. Focus on listening to your own body's needs. It will tell you, I promise. These symptoms show up as fatigue, muscle cramps, headaches, dizziness, and even changes in your mental state, like being foggy, distracted, or downright irritable. These symptoms, often referred to as keto flu or carnivore flu, are signs of your body detoxing from carbs, largely due to the body's initial adjustment to the reduced carbohydrate intake and the increased reliance on ketones or fat for energy. And last, but so important, be patient with your body, especially as women over 50. Our hormones play a major role in how easily we enter and stay in ketosis. That's not a flaw, it's just reality. We can still thrive, lose weight, and feel incredible. It just might take a few more dials to adjust it than it did in our 30s. This is a journey, not a shortcut. And if you're finding yourself dropping out of ketosis despite cutting out carbs, just know this. It's not your fault, and it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It means your body's asking for a bit more attention and support. The goal isn't to chase ketones. It's to become metabolically flexible, feel energized, and finally ditch the roller coaster of sugar crashes, fatigue, and weight loss plateaus. Whether you're keto curious, low carb committed, or full blown carnivore, this troubleshooting guide, I hope, will help you unlock that fat burning, brain boosting, life giving potential of your body. You're not broken, you're just learning what your body actually needs to thrive. Hey, if this video gave you any aha moments along the way, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, drop a comment below, or consider joining the Loving Life Club by clicking the join button. What has been your biggest ketosis roadblock? Let's get through it together because you deserve to feel amazing, and I am here for you every step of the way. I can't wait to hear from you. And until next time, be good to yourself and be sure to be good to others.